Hey guys, this is Pedro Sacramento speaking, and yeah, 9/11, 9/11 of 2001. I remember at the time, this is a powerful memory because, of course, not being an American, I did witness the horror um, in real time. Back in the day, in September, I was in my summer vacations, and I do remember that at the time, I'm sorry, it is really powerful, it is emotional, but I do remember that at the time I was watching TV. It was around 10 a.m., and at that time, let's just say that that was a day that I thought it would be a normal day. Um, I remember it was around 10 a.m. when I received a breaking news from the Portuguese channel RTP, and then they showed what was going on with the World Trade Center. I saw the towers. I saw the towers falling, and I called my mom. Um, she was at home, and we both saw the horrors of that day online in real time. At the time, we saw the second tower falling in real time because they were broadcasting worldwide. Um, I recently saw a documentary about the records, the radio records about this day, showing how chaotic everything was, and all pieces now fit together. Like, it's impossible. It's been 20 years, and the mystery is all solved. It seems that, welcome, gaming. Welcome to the chat. It seems that the reason why the planes, it wasn't just two. I thought it was two only because the word came from Portugal. Is that the planes, two planes, had hit the World Trade Center. At the time, I was too young, and honestly, I didn't know anything about a plane hitting the Pentagon. I didn't even know what was the Pentagon back in the day. And honestly, I do remember that I didn't understood English as much as I do today. But I do remember that I was shocked beyond believing, and so was my mom. Because these kind of situations, there's no way to explain it. There's no way to explain it. Me and my mom, we saw everything from 10 and a half p.m. a.m. to 1 p.m. I do remember that my mom was so shocked that she hugged me when we both saw the second tower falling, and then we saw the first one falling with a record because, again, that tragedy already happened before Portugal um, had the authorization or even the notice that the attack was happening at the time. We didn't saw the planes hitting the towers. We saw only the towers burning, and then they had the help from CNN, who um, shared the pictures and their um, video cast of of the scenes that happened before, um, and showed the horrors that happened a few minutes after the broadcasting in Portugal. And what makes me more emotional is not only what happened in USA, but also um, this attack is also connected to another attack that happened in Portugal. It is different though. This attack was really serious. It attacked a populated area, and it was devastating. It was shocking, but also it was like the beginning of several attacks that would happen in Europe. After this attack, there was another one, a train accident in Spain, which was already a terrorist attack later on, um, which happened a few months after this attack. And then in 2003, we had the Great Fire in Portugal with multiple flames from north to south, everything burning. I do remember the Great Fire. I was a child, but I remember everything burning around like an inferno. Hello, Dragon Knight. Welcome. How are you, man? But yeah, I dare say that this attack, the 9/11 event, with the others that happened in Madrid and Portugal, they are all connected. Unfortunately, most people only know about this one because it was broadcasted worldwide. And honestly, if it wasn't for RTP, we didn't know, which is the Portuguese broadcasting channel here, we didn't know what was going on in USA. I mean, we knew that the president and all was doing some stuff, but we didn't know there was an attack until it was much later. Um, and honestly, if you think that in USA was all confusing around, so was Portugal. The people doing the commentaries, even the journalists, the newspaper, everyone in Portugal were just saying World Trade Center blowed up. They didn't know what was going on. They just saw and they just typed down what they saw. There wasn't anything about, for example, about what happened with the military, what happened with the Air Force, the recordings that were recently revealed in a documentary showing just how chaotic the the records were, to a point that they were unable to prevent such tragedy to happen in the first place because it was not just two planes but four planes. That is horrifying. I thought it was just two, but hey, that's because again, Portugal did not had all that info because it was um, breaking news, and we didn't had that much info. Of course, USA did not had that much info as well. Not even the president. Um, the president only received that much info. George W. Bush or Bush Jr. It's so. I'm okay, Tyranno. Welcome to the stream. I wanted to do this live stream just to show you guys these memories, like sharing these memories because it is close to 9/11, and I want you guys to know that I'm still okay, that I'm still fine in here, but I want to share my memories of this tragedy day and how this tragic day has some connections to tragedies that happened later on, which affected both Spain, Portugal, and other countries in Europe at the same, like the sequence was um, too close to be false. So, anyways, I do remember that um, in Portugal, uh, while we were seeing the records, like the videos of the planes crashing straight to the buildings, my God, I was crying. Seriously, I may not be an American, but I was crying. Even now, I cry because I saw it. I saw it in real life. It's not some record. I saw the towers falling in real time. The time they did the records, the buildings were blazed, and they recorded the buildings falling at that precise moment. And then they recorded one horrific scene, which is that one that is so famous, which is the man falling from the building down to the ground. Oh my God, that was so horrifying. I may not be there, I wasn't there, but I felt like I was there. Like I was in here, this very room. I was watching the TV right over there. I have a brilliant memory. Trust me, that's one of the qualities that I have. And I saw everything happening. I thought it was a movie at first. Of course, I was young, naive, couldn't understand, couldn't piece everything together. Of course, I was a child. What could you expect? The problem is that my mom was able to understand. She was older. She knew. She knew that was real. And you only realize when things are real when you get older. When you're a kid, you thought it's just a CGI or something like that, a sci-fi movie. But no, it wasn't. And then after that, what happened in Portugal was like the people doing commentaries. They were just like the USA people. They were just as confused. They were saying, wait, something went wrong there. Like, they were just guessing. They were just saying, oh, maybe there's one thing going around and everything. And I do remember that, yeah, I mean, it's just that, like, it is a very powerful memory, a very emotional one, because I do remember that even the journalists were just as nervous. Jesus Christ. The ones that were already in USA, they barely could speak. And the ones that were showing the images in here in Portugal, they were just as silent as most of the USA people who were watching the those horrific images. And after seeing the documentary, which